Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next-level tactics. From off-site and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition.
Welcome back to another episode of the SEO.co podcast. Today we're continuing the series on mobile SEO. We're going to start off with a bold statement. You're losing money if you're not mobile optimized. Roughly 3/4 of mobile searches will result in conversions or other actions. Google and the respected Nielsen Group recently released findings on a massive mobile search study. If someone is searching for your service or product, he or she is most likely to purchase, call, visit your store, etc. within 1 hour. About 17% of mobile searches ended in the user visiting the store or making a purchase. Also, 25% of users visited the store's site to get more info. Pretty amazing, right? But guess what? If they search for what you have to offer and visit you, let's just hope they land on a mobile-friendly version of your site, or they're probably just going to click out of there and go to a competitor site that is mobile-friendly. When they find your site, the rest is all on you. It's crucial that your site is mobile-friendly. They can easily find whatever they're looking for, and that it's also easy for visitors to take action, tap to call, make a purchase, etc. I know it's like beating you over the head with this, but again, you have to have a good, clear, mobile-friendly site that gives people what they're looking for. Most small businesses, even if they have a mobile-friendly site and obviously understand how important it is, don't think developing an app would be profitable. Maybe that's the case, maybe not. In most cases, there are plenty of ways your own app could be profitable. We aren't talking the next Angry Birds game that will cost thousands to develop and become a top-selling commercial app. We're just talking about simple but useful apps that your customers might find helpful. Let's take a look at a few examples. If you own a restaurant, seating, you could develop an app that lets customers instantly check waiting times in real time. Carry-out orders. You probably have some regular customers who visit often and have their favorites. You know, those people that you simply ask the usual when you take their order. Develop an app that saves their info and makes it a snap for them to put in their order on the go. Let's say you run a repair shop. Maintenance. Develop an app that will alert customers and give them reminders about maintenance that should be done. What's that? You could design an app that has hints, tips, and answers to some of the most common questions you've heard over the years. A rattle here, a grinding there. Help your customers narrow down the possibilities and get a free quote. Let's say you run a hair salon. Open seats. Let customers use your app to see which time slots are available for particular services and which hairdressers are available. Dead time specials. Develop an app that covers those periods when no one is walking through the door and the reservation sheet is looking bare. Your app could send out an alert to customers that tells them they can get a 15% discount until 3 p.m. or, something like that. Now, sure, these aren't likely to be million-dollar apps, but they nurture your relationship with customers and help drive business by making things easier for them. Don't you think that's worth a little investment? So, why are Flash-powered mobile sites bad for SEO? As the number of people accessing the internet from mobile devices continues to increase, finding an alternative to Flash animations and video is essential for every website administrator. Mobile devices such as iPhones, iPads, Android phones don't support the Flash video framework, so Google ranks mobile sites with heavy Flash content lower than sites using Flash alternatives, such as HTML5 and its graphical canvas library. Web programmers have long used Flash for online games and video players, but with HTML5 gaining momentum, Flash development is most likely on its way out. It makes sense for Google to penalize mobile websites for relying heavily on Flash content, since very few devices can access this content. Not only do the iPhone and iPad lack Flash support, but most Android devices are incompatible with Flash, and Windows mobile devices natively support HTML5 as part of the Windows Metro interface. Google is simply making a rational decision to rank mobile Flash websites lower than HTML5 sites. While it can be a major undertaking to rebuild an entire mobile website using HTML5, the benefits of doing so speak for themselves. After all, most users won't be able to access a mobile Flash site unless they navigate there from a desktop or laptop computer, which hardly anyone ever does. When you switch to HTML5 from Flash, you provide a wide range of benefits to users visiting your site from mobile devices. Your site will be natively supported by the core libraries of most mobile devices running all the modern operating systems, including Ubuntu, Firefox, iOS, Android, and Windows. Flash only provides a graphical library for streaming content, displaying advertisements, drawing vector graphics, hosting online games, and building rich internet applications. Adobe has been moving away from developing Flash for several years, and in 2011, they stopped supporting Flash updates for mobile devices. In their place, Adobe began developing HTML5 libraries for mobile websites and devices because this format is what most users demanded. The difference between Flash and HTML5 is that HTML5 can perform all the tasks that Flash can perform, but HTML5 provides several other integrated services. Additionally, HTML5 is already built into the web because it's the latest version of the ubiquitous hypertext markup language. In addition to canvas drawing, it supports several widely used programming libraries, such as geolocation, offline web storage, and CSS3. With Flash, you must build your website using HTML5 anyway, then integrate Flash into it using JavaScript code. The programming is prone to bugs and is much more cumbersome than the simple, clean HTML5 canvas programming that all the highest-ranked mobile sites have adopted. Since mobile devices have interruptions in network connectivity, Flash tends to provide a disjointed user experience due to dropped connections and video buffering. HTML5 solves this problem by implementing the offline web storage API, which caches content on a user's device so that a mobile site can continue to provide content when a connection is dropped. Google is acting on its own self-interest by filtering out Flash-based mobile sites because they will either crash the user's mobile browser or simply fail to load at all. If Google ranks these sites equally with HTML5 sites, their ad revenue will drop as users enter mobile domains directly into browser address bars or find a search alternative. And that's all we have in this episode. Thanks for joining us on Mobile SEO. Next time, we're going to jump into the biggest myths in mobile SEO. Thanks again for listening to the SEO.co podcast, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.